The night was calm, quiet, and peaceful on Earth, but far above the sky, something strange was already happening. In a small research station outside the city, an engineer named Aaron Hale was working alone. He was tired, drinking cold coffee, and watching the blinking lights of a giant radio receiver. Most nights were boring. The signals they received were common: radio waves, satellite noise, or random space static. But tonight felt different. Aaron did not know why, but he felt like the air around him was heavier, almost waiting for something. At 2:17 a.m., a sudden sharp beep echoed through the control room. Aaron looked up. A new signal had arrived. Not a normal signal. Not noise. Something organized. He leaned forward, eyes sharp now. On the screen, a strange pattern appeared. Short beeps, long beeps, repeating in a perfect rhythm. It almost looked like a message. Aaron whispered, "This is not random." He quickly ran a decoding program. The computer worked for a few seconds, then stopped. A single line appeared on the screen. Coordinates, Earth. Aaron froze. Why would a signal from space contain Earth's location? And who would send it? He zoomed out and checked the signal's source. His heartbeat increased. The origin point was not inside the solar system, not even inside the Milky Way. It was coming from far beyond the galaxy, from a place humans had never explored. As he stared at the data, the signal repeated again, louder, clearer. Beep, beep, beep. Earth's coordinates flashed again. Aaron grabbed his notebook and wrote everything down. The feeling in his chest grew heavier. Something was wrong. This was not a friendly call. It felt like someone or something wanted Earth to see it. He tried to calm himself. No need to panic. Maybe it's an old signal from a dead star. Maybe it's something natural, he told himself. But deep inside, he knew he was lying. When the signal repeated the third time, another line of code appeared. It was hidden deep inside the pattern, so faint the computer almost missed it. Aaron manually decoded it. His fingers shook as the final message translated on the screen. "We're coming." Aaron stepped back. His chair rolled behind him and hit the wall. "We're coming," he whispered. Who was coming? He replayed the message again and again. The words did not change. The signal was not asking for help. It was not a call for peace. It was a declaration. He needed to report it. Aaron called Dr. Mira Lawson, the head scientist of the research program. She answered the call, angry from being woken up so late. "Aaron, this better be important." "Ma'am," he said, completely serious. "You need to come to the station right now. We received a signal from outside the galaxy." She sighed. "We get strange signals all the time." Aaron stopped her. "This one contains Earth's coordinates. And a message." She went silent. "What kind of message?" Aaron swallowed. "It says we're coming." For a few seconds, she didn't reply. Then she said, "I'll be there in 10 minutes. Do not tell anyone else." Aaron hung up the call. He looked around the empty station. The fluorescent lights flickered softly. The air felt colder than before. He could hear the wind blowing outside, but the room felt completely still. He walked back to the main screen and watched the signal repeat again. Beep, beep, beep. Coordinates, Earth. "We're coming." Aaron knew something even more disturbing. Signals from deep space take time to travel. Sometimes years, sometimes centuries. He checked the delay. This message was only 59 minutes old. That meant the source, whatever it was extremely powerful, powerful enough to send a message across galaxies instantly. No human technology could do that. No known alien technology could do that either. Aaron felt a chill at the back of his neck. If they could send a signal that fast, how fast could they travel? Dr. Lawson arrived quickly with 2 more scientists. They replayed the signal many times, checked the data, ran all tests. There was no doubt. The message was real. It was targeted, and it was intelligent. "Why would someone send us our own coordinates?" one scientist asked nervously. "That means they already know where Earth is," Dr. Lawson replied. "Then why warn us?" Aaron asked. There was no answer. The room became dead silent. Suddenly, the signal changed. The beeps turned faster. The rhythm distorted. Aaron stared at the graphs. The source is moving, he said quietly. It's getting closer. Fast. How fast? Dr. Lawson asked. Aaron typed rapidly, calculating. The computer processed the data and displayed the answer. Aaron's face went pale. They will reach the outer edge of the Milky Way in less than 3 days. Everyone froze. The world outside that small research station continued as normal, but inside the room, the truth was clear. Something unimaginable had noticed Earth. Something powerful, and it was already on its way. Aaron stared at the rising signal strength. His hands trembled. The message repeated once more, almost like a whisper through space. We're coming. And this time, the words felt closer. For the next 3 days, the world changed. Governments argued. Scientists panicked. News channels exploded with rumors. Some said it was aliens. Some said it was an attack. Some believed it was just a mistake. But Aaron Hale knew the truth. The message was real, and the unknown object was still coming closer, silent, fast, and unstoppable. A special meeting was held in an underground facility. The brightest minds of Earth were present. Aaron sat quietly at the end of the table, feeling small but determined. A tall military commander stood up. We cannot stop this thing, he said. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it wants. Dr. Lawson turned to the group. But we can go and meet it before it reaches us. A hologram lit the room. A ship appeared above the table, sleek, sharp, and shining like silver. The Horizon Voyager, Earth's fastest exploration ship, built for deep space, never tested beyond the solar system. Until now, the plan was simple but dangerous. A small team would leave Earth, travel toward the unknown object, study it, and find out its true purpose before it reached the Milky Way. No one wanted to go. Everyone was afraid. But Aaron stood up. I received the signal. I decoded it. I understand its pattern better than anyone. If someone must face whatever is coming, it should be me. Dr. Lawson nodded slowly. You won't go alone. The next day, the Horizon Voyager prepared for launch. Its engines glowed bright blue. Robots moved along its sides like small insects, checking every part. Inside the ship, the crew gathered. Captain Rhea Solon, calm, brave, and sharp-minded. Pilot Cade Lorne, a fearless flyer with a strange sense of humor. Dr. Leora Vance, alien biology expert. Jack Stern, engineer and mechanic. Aaron Hale, the signal specialist. Aaron looked around the ship with wide eyes. Everything felt new and silent, like a giant metal heart waiting to wake up. As the crew strapped themselves into their seats, Captain Rhea spoke. We are leaving Earth behind. We do not know what we will face. But remember, fear is normal. Courage is what we choose despite fear. The engines roared. The ship started shaking. Aaron's heartbeat matched the vibration of the metal. Launch in 3, 2, 1, go! The Horizon Voyager shot into the sky like a silver arrow. Clouds exploded around it. Blue turned into black. Earth became small. Aaron stared at the planet shrinking below them. Will we return? He whispered. No one answered. 2 days later, the crew reached deep space. Dark, empty, endless. But something felt wrong. Since leaving Earth, the signal had changed again. Not stronger, not weaker, just different. Like something was listening to them. Aaron sat in the control room, headphones on, eyes fixed on the signal graph. The spikes were no longer smooth. They were irregular, almost like footsteps. Captain Rhea entered. What's the update? Aaron frowned. The signal is not constant anymore. It is adjusting, like it knows we're coming. Rhea looked at the screen. You think it's watching us? Aaron slowly nodded. Meanwhile, strange things started happening on the ship. First, the lights flickered. Then, the navigation screens glitched. Pilot Cade shouted from the cockpit. The star map just reset. It deleted our route. Jax ran checks on the power system. Everything is fine mechanically. Something external is disturbing us. Dr. Leora stepped closer to the wall panels. Do you feel that vibration? Everyone went quiet. A soft, Rhythmic thumping pulsed through the ship, like a heartbeat, but not human. Aaron checked the sensors. There's nothing outside. No asteroid, no dust, no object, Cade muttered. Then what's tapping on our ship? The thumping grew louder, slow, then fast. Then it stopped. Silence filled the hallways. Cold, heavy silence. Captain Rhea ordered everyone to stay alert. We proceed carefully. No one walks alone. But the ship continued behaving strangely. Doors opened by themselves. Tools rolled off tables. The air got colder in certain rooms. And twice, the security cameras caught quick flashes of dark shapes in hallways, shapes that moved too fast to understand. Most of the crew tried to ignore it, but Aaron felt watched. One night, while he studied the signal alone, his screen suddenly went black. Then a single sentence appeared, typed slowly, as if by invisible hands. Turn back. Go home. Aaron's breath stopped. He whispered, "Who are you?" There was no reply. The words vanished. The system rebooted like nothing happened. The next morning, Aaron reported it to the captain, but before she could respond, alarms began to scream across the ship. Jack shouted from the engineering deck, "A gravitational pull is dragging us." The ship trembled violently. Windows cracked. The engines whined. A gigantic structure appeared in the distance, hidden in a dark cloud of dust. Not a planet, not a ship, not an asteroid. Something ancient, something built. A floating station older than Earth itself. The Horizon Voyager was being pulled toward it, whether they wanted or not. Aaron stared as the structure grew larger and larger. "This was waiting for us," he whispered, "or waiting for something else." The ship passed through the dust cloud. The strange structure opened like a giant mouth, and the Horizon Voyager entered the unknown. The Horizon Voyager drifted deeper inside the ancient structure. There were no lights, no movement, only endless dark tunnels stretching in every direction, like the ribs of a dead giant. But something felt awake. Aaron stood near the main window, watching the shadows roll across the metallic walls. The ship's lights flickered again, making the darkness look alive. Captain Rio whispered, "This place, it's not abandoned. It's waiting." Cade, the pilot, tried to keep the ship steady. "Well, whatever it's waiting for, I hope it's not us." But deep inside, everyone knew the truth. This wasn't random. They had been pulled here on purpose. As soon as the ship stopped moving, the engines shut down on their own. Jax ran through the systems, typing quickly. No, this is impossible," he muttered. "The engines are perfect. Something outside locked them." Aaron checked the signal panel. The mysterious message, "We're coming," had gone silent. In its place, the new signal appeared. Slow, cold, unnatural. A single tone pulsed through the ship like breathing. Dr. Leora leaned closer to her monitor. "This new signal, it has no pattern. It's not math. It's not language." Her voice dropped. "It feels alive." The tone grew louder. Boom, boom, boom. Aaron felt a vibration in his chest, as if something was walking toward them from inside the station walls. Captain Rhea made a decision. "Team Alpha, suit up. We're doing a small exploration. We need to find out what pulled us here." Aaron joined Rhea and Dr. Leora near the airlock. Their helmets sealed with a hiss. The door opened slowly, revealing a narrow passage covered in dust and strange symbols. Long cracks ran along the walls like scars. They stepped inside. Their lights cut through the darkness, but the beams seemed swallowed by the shadows. Every step echoed like footsteps in an empty cathedral. Aaron noticed something odd. Their reflections in the visor glass looked stretched, distorted, as if the space around them wasn't normal. Leora pointed to the walls. "These markings, they're not carvings. They've grown out of the metal. This station is not built. It's grown." Aaron felt a cold shiver. Grown? Like a living creature? Before they could study further, Cade's voice cracked through the radio. "Guys, you need to return. Now." "Why?" Captain Rhea asked. Cade's voice trembled. "Because there's something inside the ship." At that same moment, inside the Horizon Voyager, the lights shut off one by one. Bang, bang, bang. Darkness swallowed the corridors. Jax, alone in the engine deck, turned around quickly. "Who's there?" he shouted. A shape moved behind the pipes. Black, tall, not walking, floating. Jax backed away, breathing fast. "Captain, something is in the engine room. Something big." The creature drifted out of the shadows. It had no face, no body shape, just a tall silhouette, like a shadow pulled off a wall. It stretched a long arm toward Jax. The ship lights flickered, and the creature vanished. Back in the passageway, the team heard Jax's scream echo through the radio. "Go!" Captain Rhea ordered. They ran back to the airlock. Their footsteps pounded against the metal floor. The shadows behind them seemed to move faster, like they were chasing. As soon as they reached the ship, the doors sealed. Jax was shaking, pale and sweating. "It touched me," he whispered. "It wasn't solid. It was cold, like smoke with a mind." Dr. Leora scanned him quickly. No wounds, no chemicals, nothing. But Jax did not look relieved. It said something to me, not with words, but in my head. Aaron stepped forward. "What did it say?" Jax looked him straight in the eyes. "It told us to leave." Immediately, the crew fell silent. If the creature wanted them to leave, why trap their ship here? Aaron returned to control room and checked the new signal again. The tone pulsed slower now, almost sad. He adjusted the frequency. Suddenly, the signal shifted. Not a tone, not a message, but a voice. A deep, echoing whisper filled Aaron's headphones. "Turn back! Earthchild!" Aaron ripped the headphones off. His breath came fast and uneven. Captain Rhea ran to him. "What happened?" Aaron pointed at the audio system. "It spoke to me. It called me Earthchild." Before she could reply, the lights flashed red. A new message appeared on every screen. "You do not understand the danger." Cade stared at the words. "Is that thing warning us?" Aaron whispered, "Or trying to scare us, so we leave before something worse arrives." As the last word left his mouth, the station around them began to hum. Low, deep, powerful. The walls shook. The floor vibrated. Dust fell from the ceiling like ash. Dr. Leora grabbed the console. Something is waking up inside the structure. Aaron's heartbeat raced. The signal we decoded, maybe it wasn't from the creature we saw. Rhea looked at him. Then who sent it? Aaron stared at the main screen as a final message appeared. "We are not the ones coming." The ship trembled violently. Something else, far bigger, was approaching. And the creature on the ship? It was not a threat. It was a warning. The Horizon Voyager shook as if something huge was moving outside the ancient structure. Metal groaned. Lights flickered. The ship felt like a trapped insect inside the ribs of a sleeping monster. Aaron stared at the message repeating on every screen. "We are not the ones coming." If the shadow creature was not the real threat, then what was? Captain Rhea tried to keep her voice steady. "Everyone stay calm. No sudden movements. We don't know what this place reacts to." But the station did not wait. A deep, booming sound echoed to the tunnels, almost like a heartbeat made of thunder. The walls lit up with thin blue lines, spreading like veins. The dead structure was waking. Jack stepped back nervously. "Are we inside something alive?" "No," Aaron whispered, watching the glowing lines. "Not alive, aware." Suddenly, the station released a blast of energy. Not an attack. A scan. A bright wave passed straight through the ship. The lights, the panels, and even their suits flickered. Dr. Leora gasped. "It scanned us. Completely. Like reading every atom." Captain Rhea steadied herself. "But why?" "To see if we're dangerous." Aaron shook his head slowly. "No, to see if we're ready." Before anyone could question him, the entire front wall of the ship became transparent, as if something invisible was pulling the metal apart like soft cloth. Beyond the opening, a massive chamber revealed itself. Round, silent, filled with silver-blue mist that moved like water. Then the mist parted, and they appeared. Tall, thin beings with long limbs and glowing white eyes. Their bodies were made of shifting light, like standing figures of liquid crystal. Not solid, not fully energy. Something in between. The crew backed away instinctively. Cade whispered, "Okay, these are not ghosts. These are something else." Aaron felt a pressure in his head. Gentle, calm, like someone knocking on the door of his mind. One of the beings stepped forward. Its eyes shone brighter, and a voice spoke, not in the air, inside their minds. "Do not fear. We are the Watchers." Captain Rhea forced herself to stand straight. "What do you want from us?" The being tilted its head slightly, studying her. "Not want. Need." Another Watcher moved closer. Its voice was deeper, echoing like many voices speaking together. "We guard the silent edge of your galaxy. This station is our beacon, our shield." Leora whispered, "Shield? Against what?" The Watchers' bodies pulsed with dim light. "The hunger." Aaron felt his stomach turn. "The thing coming toward the Milky Way?" The being nodded. "We have watched it for eons. We slowed it, confused it, hid worlds from its eyes. But now it awakens in full." Captain Rhea stepped forward. "Is it a species? A machine? A parasite?" The answer shook them. "It is a devourer of stars. A living void. A mind that wants only to consume." The air felt heavier. Kate swallowed hard. "And why do we get the signal?" All the Watchers turned toward Aaron. Their eyes glowed brighter, almost blinding. "Because your kind is different." Aaron took a step back. "Different how?" One Watcher reached out, not touching him, but letting a ripple of light hover near his chest. "Humans adapt. Humans resist. Humans are unpredictable. The hunger cannot predict you." Captain Rhea frowned. "So you want us to help fight it?" The Watchers' voices joined together like a chorus. "We want you to survive." The chamber lights dimmed. A hologram of a giant dark sphere appeared between them, massive, black, and covered in swirling shadows. Aaron felt his knees weaken. "That's huge. Bigger than a planet." "It feeds on stars," the Watcher said, "and it has tasted our light. Now it looks at yours." The image changed. The dark sphere moved toward a glowing spiral. "The Milky Way. Toward Earth." Aaron's voice cracked. "How long until it reaches us?" The Watcher's light dimmed, as if in sadness. "Its mind is awake now. It moves faster with hunger. It will reach your galaxy in days." Silence filled the chamber. Days. Not years. Not centuries. Captain Rhea steadied her breath. "If you've been watching it for ages, why didn't you stop it earlier?" The Watchers finally looked distant. Their lights flickered like fading stars. "Because we are dying. Shock at the crew like ice water. Our kind is almost gone. The hunger took many. Our strength is fading. But you?" Their eyes glowed again. "You are something it does not understand." Aaron swallowed. "Then what do you want us to do?" The Watcher stepped back, forming a circle of light around the crew. The floor beneath them lit up with a map, stars, paths, strange symbols. "We will show you. We will give you what remains of our knowledge." The chamber pulsed with energy. "But understand this, Earth Child." The Watcher's light intensified. "The hunger sent a message first, not to warn you. A pause, cold, silent, but to mark you." Aaron felt the blood drain from his face. Marked. Earth was already chosen. As prey. The map of stars beneath the crew flickered like dying fire. The Watchers stood around them, glowing softly, their light growing weaker with every passing second. Aaron stared at the star map where a huge dark sphere drifted toward the Milky Way like a silent nightmare. Captain Rhea asked quietly, "This creature, the hunger, where is it now?" A Watcher raised an arm. The star map zoomed outward, past the spiral arms of the galaxy, into the deep dark beyond. There it was, a massive black shape, drifting through space like a moon made of shadow. But the strange part was not its size. It was a trail behind it, a long, twisting path of dead stars, cold, lifeless, dark like burned-out lanterns. Aaron whispered, "It leaves a graveyard behind." "Yes," the Watchers replied. "A long path of lost suns, a trail of silence." Leora stepped forward, eyes wide. But how does it feed? Does it eat matter? Energy? The Watchers spoke in one voice. It eats possibility. The crew stared at them, confused. Aaron asked, "What do you mean?" A Watcher turned its glowing face toward him. "It consumes the future of a star, the light it has not yet made, the life it might one day create." Aaron's stomach twisted. "So it kills not only worlds, but everything those worlds might become?" "Yes." A cold chill spread over the group. This creature didn't just destroy. It erased. Suddenly, the station trembled. The lights flickered. The walls groaned like an old ship fighting a storm. The Watchers froze. "It is searching," one whispered. "It senses the beacon." Captain Rhea looked around sharply. "What beacon?" The Watcher pointed upward. "The station. It hides your galaxy from hunger, but it is weakening." The glowing veins on the walls suddenly dimmed. A loud crack echoed through the chamber. Cade backed away. Guys? That didn't sound healthy." The Watcher's forms flickered. "We cannot hold it back anymore." Aaron felt a heavy weight settle in his chest. The creature wasn't coming blindly. It was following the fading shield, finding cracks, following the scent of new life. Captain Rhea pressed her hands against the map. "Is there a way to stop it?" "Anything." The Watchers exchanged a slow, silent look. Finally, one stepped forward. "There's a way, but it requires something only humans can do." Aaron's heartbeat quickened. "What's that?" The Watcher moved closer, its light dimming even more. "To dare what must not be dared." The words hit the air like a cold wind. Before Aaron could ask more, the station shook again, harder. A deep roar echoed through the tunnels, a sound that did not belong inside any structure. Rhea grabbed her communicator. "Cade, Jax, get the ship ready now. We're leaving." The Watchers suddenly raised their hands. "You cannot escape it by running. It has already seen your ship." The crew felt the temperature drop sharply. Frost formed on the walls. The silver mist swirled faster, spinning like a storm. Aaron gasped. "What's happening?" The Watcher's glow flickered violently. "The hunger is touching the edges of the space. It wants to see you. It wants to remember your shape." The floor beneath them cracked. A dark line spread across the chamber, like a wound. Cade shouted, "This place is collapsing." The Watchers floated upward, their bodies stretching like smoke. "The hunger moves faster now. Your presence has awakened its interest. It will not stop." A column of light erupted from the center of the chamber. The Watchers pushed the crew toward it. "Wait!" Rhea yelled. "What are you doing?" "Sending you to your ship. You must leave now." "But what about you?" Aaron asked. The Watchers grew dim, almost transparent. "Our time is finished. But yours can still change." Aaron felt his chest tighten. They weren't just helping. They were sacrificing themselves. The light sucked the crew upward like a gravity well. In seconds, they were thrown into the Horizon Voyager, collapsing onto metal floor as alarms blared. Jax yelled from engineering. "Engines online, but something is pulling us." Aaron looked out the main window. His blood turned cold. The ancient structure outside was tearing apart, walls breaking, metal melting, blue veins dying. But behind it, a dark shape drifted in the void. Huge, silent, watching, like a planet made of pure shadow. The World Eater, the hunger, and it was waking fully now, opening cracks across its surface, like a giant creature stretching after a long sleep. Aaron whispered, "It's seen us." Captain Rhea gritted her teeth. "Then we make sure it regrets it." Jax turned from his console, eyes wide. "There's something else, something the Watchers left behind." A strange device appeared on one of the panels, glowing with faint alien symbols. Aaron touched it. The symbols changed. A deep hum filled the ship. "What is this?" Rhea asked. Aaron felt a chill. "A gift or a weapon?" Jax scanned it. "Whatever it is, it connects to the hunger's energy." Aaron breathed out slowly. "So this is how we fight it." Outside, the World Eater began to open, like an eye, looking straight at them. and Earth had no idea what was coming. The Horizon Voyager moved through the silent darkness like a wounded animal. Its lights flickered. Its shields were broken. Every wall shook as if the ship itself was afraid. Deep inside the command deck, Aaron Hale stood alone, looking at the giant creature chasing them through the stars. The World Eater. It was not a ship. It was not a planet. It was something older, darker, and alive. A floating nightmare. A moving shadow the size of a moon, with glowing red cracks across its body. Those cracks pulsed like beating hearts. The creature opened its massive jaw, but no sound came out. Instead, space around the ship bent, twisted, and cried like metal under pressure. It was pulling them in. "Distance closing," shouted Mira, her hands shaking over the controls. 10 seconds until capture, another crew member yelled. Aaron kept watching. He did not blink. He felt like the creature was watching him back, like it knew him, like it wanted him. Suddenly, the creature released a beam of dark energy. It was silent, but the moment it touched the ship's shield, everything exploded with light. The Horizon Voyager spun violently. People crashed into walls. Sparks rained from the ceiling. Shields down. "We cannot take another hit." Alarms screamed across the ship like terrified children. Red lights blinked fast, filling the room with the color of danger. Aaron held onto the rail. This was the moment the Watchers warned them about. The World Eater had awakened fully, and now it was hungry. The Watchers appeared on the hologram. Their tall, glowing bodies flickered as if space was breaking around them. "You must escape," one Watcher said. "You cannot fight it," another added. Aaron looked at them and shook his head. "No, running won't save Earth. Running won't stop this creature." For the first time, the Watchers looked afraid. "What are you planning?" they asked. Aaron turned to crew. "Open the vault. Bring the disruptor device." Everyone froze. "That thing," Mira whispered. "It's unstable. It could kill you." Aaron gave a small, tired smile. "We are out of time." The crew brought the device, a glowing metal sphere filled with swirling blue energy. It was powerful enough to disrupt the creature's core, but only if placed deep inside its body. And the only way to do that was by flying straight into the monster. The ship shook again. The creature roared in silence, pulling them closer with gravitational waves. Aaron stepped forward. "I'll take the shuttle. I'll deliver the device manually." "No." Mira grabbed his arm. "You won't come back." Aaron looked at her with calm eyes. "If I don't go, none of you else will come back." The Watchers bowed their heads. "Human courage, it is stronger than we expected." Aaron carried the device carefully. It hummed like a heartbeat, a dangerous heartbeat. He entered the small shuttle bay. The doors opened slowly, revealing a cold, empty space outside. The creature filled the entire view, massive, monstrous, ancient. Aaron sat in the pilot seat. His hands were steady. His mind was clear. "This is Aaron Hale," he said over the radio. "Launching now." The shuttle shot out into the darkness with a burst of light. The Horizon Voyager shrank behind him. He was alone with a living nightmare. The creature's red cracks glowed brighter as he approached. The closer he got, the colder he felt, like the creature was stealing heat, stealing life. "Aaron, the creature is tracking you." Mira shouted to the radio. "I know," he said softly. The giant jaws opened again, releasing waves that bent light like liquid. Aaron took a deep breath. "Come on," he whispered. "Eat me." He pushed the shuttle forward at maximum speed. The creature's pull increased. Metal began to break around him. The shuttle shook so violently that Aaron could barely keep his hands on controls. "This is it," he whispered. With a final burst of engines, the shuttle shot straight into one of the glowing cracks on the creature's body. Inside, everything was red. Everything was alive. Walls pulsed like flesh. Energy swirled like blood. Aaron landed the shuttle roughly. Sparks flew. Flames rose. He grabbed the disruptor device and ran through the narrow tunnels inside the creature. He could hear the creature's heartbeat, slow, deep, ancient. Bottom, bottom, bottom. He reached the core chamber. A giant red sphere beat, like a living sun. Aaron placed the disruptor on the ground. It activated automatically with a loud hum. "Device is set," Aaron said. "Get as far away as you can." Myra's voice cracked on the radio. "Aaron, come back. Please." Aaron looked at the glowing core. "Take care of Earth," he whispered. The disruptor reached full charge. White light filled the chamber. The creature howled without sound. The radio turned to static. Everything went black. Then, nothing. Only silence. The Horizon Voyager drifted far away, watching from a distance as the World Eater's body began to crack apart and collapse into itself like a dying star. Silence. A long, endless silence filled the dark space where the World Eater had once existed. The creature's huge body, once a moving shadow across the galaxy, was gone. Only small pieces of burned energy floated like ashes in the void. The Horizon Voyager drifted far away, damaged, weak, but still alive. Inside the ship, Mira sat on the command deck, staring at the empty space where Aaron disappeared. Her hands were shaking, but her face was still. She had no more tears left. The crew watched quietly. No one spoke. No one breathed too loudly. Aaron Hale, the man who walked into a living monster to save Earth, was gone. The Watchers appeared in a soft glow. Their tall shapes flickered gently, like candlelight in the dark. "The threat is ended," one Watcher said. "The World Eater is no more," another added. But Mira didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She only whispered one word. "Aaron." The ship echoed with that name. It felt like the walls remembered him too. Suddenly, a soft beat broke the silence. Everyone looked up. "Message detected." The computer said. Mira jumped. "What message?" "It is a beacon signal," the computer replied. "Short range. Very weak." Myra's heart raced. "Locate it." The screen flashed. "Source found. Small object drifting in the void." The crew ran to the window. A tiny life pod floated far in the distance, spinning slowly, almost invisible among the stars. Mira gasped. That's Aaron's pod." Hope returned to the ship like a sudden breath after drowning. "Bring him in," she shouted. The Horizon Voyager fired its last working thrusters. It moved painfully slowly, but it moved. Crew members raced to the rescue bay. The pod was pulled inside, covered in burn marks and ice. The door opened with a hiss. Aaron lay inside, unconscious, barely breathing, but alive. Mira covered her mouth as tears filled her eyes again, this time tears of relief, not pain. "Get him to med bay," she ordered. Aaron wakes. Hours later, Aaron opened his eyes. The bright lights of the med bay blurred into soft shapes. He felt weak, tired, but warm. Then he heard a voice. "Welcome back, Aaron." Mira sat beside him, her hand gently on his. She smiled, a smile filled with pride and relief. "You destroyed the World Eater," she whispered. "You saved all of us." Aaron looked confused. The ship, the crew. "Earth?" "All safe," Mira said. Aaron closed his eyes and breathed slowly. He had done it. Humanity had done it. The Watchers appeared beside his bed. Their glowing forms bent forward respectfully. "Human courage is unlike anything in the stars," the leader said. "You risked everything, and because of your actions, countless worlds will survive." Aaron tried to sit up. "Earth is safe now?" "For now," the Watchers replied. "But the galaxy has changed. Your victory has been seen." Aaron frowned. "Seen? By who?" The Watchers shared a look. Something in their glow dimmed. "There are beings older than the World Eater," they said. "Silent civilizations that watch from the edge of the universe." Aaron's heartbeat quickened. "And they watched this battle?" "They did," the Watchers answered. Mira stepped forward. "Are they dangerous?" The Watchers looked at her slowly. "Dangerous? No, they are far beyond such words. They are observers, judges. We do not know their true nature." Aaron sat fully upright now. "So what does this mean?" The Watchers turned their glowing faces toward the stars. "It means they have finally noticed humanity." The new signal. Back on the command deck, the crew was repairing what little they could. Many systems were broken, but the ship still had basic scanners. Suddenly, The alarm beeped again. Another signal? Mira asked. The computer flashed red. New signal detected. Origin unknown. Distance beyond the observable universe. Message, one word. Everyone leaned forward. The word appeared on the screen. We saw. The crew froze. More words began to appear, typed by something no one could understand. Now we come. The room went silent. Aaron stood at the doorway of the command deck with support from Mira. He looked at the words on the screen, a new fire burning in his eyes. The Watchers appeared again, their glow trembling for the first time. This is not possible, one of them whispered. They have never spoken before. Aaron stared at the message and clenched his fist. Let them come, he said. Humanity will rise again. The stars outside glowed brighter, as if the universe itself was waiting. A new journey was beginning. A darker one. A bigger one. A story that would shake galaxies. But one thing was clear. Humanity was no longer small. Humanity was no longer silent. Humanity had stood against a cosmic monster and won. And now, others were watching. The journey of the stars had only just begun.